He's jumped ship and he's gone on to Grand Douay, who goes into unknown territory trip-wise. Zarkandar, extra dimension with a headgear on. We'll see how he races. With tactics we discussed briefly at the start of the programme. Will Ruby Walsh decide to go on? If he doesn't, will Thousand Stars go on? But he tends to lead over 2 miles as opposed to 2.5. So if neither of those lead, the tactics could be really interesting.
Let's find out in the company of Mark Johnson. The John Smith Aintree hurdle coming up.
So they're about to walk forward now. They're off for the John Smith Aintree hurdle Grade 1, and they're going absolutely no pace in the early stages. Oscar Whiskey broke the line first, but is taken on by Zarkandar, and it's Zarkandar and Ruby Walsh who will lead them over the first of the 11 flights, at which they were all safe. So it's Zarkandar who leads, the dual winner of the race, Oscar Whiskey, on the inside of the grey Thousand Stars. Then a break of 2.5 lengths to Prospect Wells, who's got a big white blaze. The red jacket of the favourite, the new one, next, ahead of Grand Douay and Countrywide Flame, Rhea Star, and at the back of the field, Sapphire River. Going over flight number 2, Zarkandar, the leader. A mistake there by the new one. The new one made a mistake at flight number 2. He was very awkward on landing over that flight. He just lost his back end momentarily, and Sam Twiston-Davies just had to go to the buckle end, but he only lost a place or two, and he's back on an even keel again once again now as they come down the side of the course. At the back of the field, both Grand Douay and in the same ownership, Rhea Star, are taking a very keen hold indeed as they have meandered through the first half mile or so, and if anything now, the pace has slowed again on this long run towards flight number 3, and it is Zarkandar and Ruby Walsh who lead the way, to Oscar Whiskey and AP McCoy in second, in third Thousand Stars and Paul Townend. Through on the inside, in fourth Countrywide Flame and Dennis O'Regan, and then in fifth on the outside Prospect Wells, followed by the new one and Grand Away, Rhea Star and Sapphire River as they go over flight number 3. Rhea Star, a mistake there. Rhea Star just stumbled slightly on landing, having wrapped the top bar. On then towards flight number 4, Zarkandar will lead here by about 1.5 lengths. Didn't get terribly high, but jumps it well and economically to Thousand Stars, and then Oscar Whiskey on the inside, Countrywide Flame. Out very wide on the course, Prospect Wells, who's racing just in advance of the new one, and then Grand Away through on the inside as they crossed over flight number 5. Sapphire River was the one who trailed his hind legs through that hurdle. He's at the back of the pack with Rhea Star. So they have a circuit to go in the 2013 running of the Grade 1 John Smith Aintree hurdle, and it's Zarkandar bidding to give Ruby Walsh his 4th win in this race. Out in front by 1.5 lengths to Thousand Stars in second, and Oscar Whiskey going for the hat-trick is in third. Prospect Wells to the outside of Countrywide Flame, then Grand Away on the inside of the new one, and still Rhea Star and Sapphire River are at the back of the field as they go through halfway. 6 more flights of hurdles to jump, and Zarkandar has still got the lead. He leads now by 1.5 lengths to the almost white Thousand Stars towards the outside, now shading second, with on the inside Oscar Whiskey in third position as they head down the back straight. Prospect Wells is now just coming through to try and take 4th on the outside of Countrywide Flame. Grand Away has gone the shortest way throughout. Then the new one, the novice, as they come now into the wings of flight number 6, and Zarkandar jumped it well, and he's out in front now by 2 clear lengths to Oscar Whiskey on the inside of Thousand Stars. Countrywide Flame, the new one, now begins to make his first move, with Prospect Wells on their wide outside as they crossed over the second one down the back, at which at the back of the field Sapphire River made a slight mistake. So they're going now inside the final 7 furlongs, and on now towards the 4th from home, and it's Zarkandar by just over a length to Thousand Stars. Now beginning to make a big move between horses. Towards the outside is the new one, jumped that in a 3rd place, and down was Rhea Star. Rhea Star has fallen at that flight, which was flight number 8. Rhea Star is out of the race, badly hampered, and now tailed off is Sapphire River. So now they begin to make the turn out of the back straight, and it's bubbling up nicely, folks. Zarkandar's out in front by 1.5 lengths to Thousand Stars, and then Oscar Whiskey. Then towards the outside, the new one now looms and travels well. A break then of just over a length to Grand Away, the green colours, with on the outside Countrywide Flame. Then Prospect Wells, who's now dropped off the leading group, and also at the back of the field is Sapphire River making the turn in, and Zarkandar is still the one to come and catch. He leads by 1.5 lengths to Thousand Stars. Oscar Whiskey's now been ridden towards the inside. The new one, Slingshot shots towards the outside, then sticking towards the inner is Grandaway as they got over the third from home. Countrywide Flame still has a chance. He's coming very wide on the left as we look down the track. Still 6 could win as it raced down towards the second from home. The new one on the outside came through to claim Zarkandar in the inside. Back in third, 1,000 Stars, then Grandaway and Oscar Whiskey, and then outpaced his Countrywide Flame. We're furlong and a half to go. One more flight to take. The new one on the near side. On the far side, Zarkandar is rallying to the course for Ruby Walsh inside the final furlong now. The new one, Sam Twist and Davis the near side. Zarkandar and Ruby Walsh on the far side. 1,000 Stars a length and a half away. They've got 100 yards to go. Zarkandar is now ahead in front and racing to the line. Zarkandar gives Ruby Walsh his 4th win in the Aintree hurdle. Zarkandar was the winner. The new one and 1,000 Stars second and third, and Oscar Whiskey back in 4th.
A mesmerising renewal of the John Smith's Aintree hurdle, and Zarkandar has won it. The blinkers applied deftly by trainer Paul Nicholls, and they have delivered the goods. Ruby Walsh also 11-2, and he has beaten the new one, who emerges from this